Using minimal permissions for connecting to APIs is critical for decreasing the attack surface and improving the security posture of your organization. Using API Center and Dev Proxy, you can check if your apps use minimal permissions for connecting to APIs. Let's see how. In API Center, I defined an API secured with auth2. The API uses two scopes: read, which allows to read information, and read-write, which allows both reading and updating information. On each operation, I included information about the scopes that are allowed to perform the operation. While some operations support multiple scopes, ideally we want to use a minimal set of scopes required to call the set of operations that we need to perform in our app. Now let's see how Dev Proxy is going to help us determine if we're using minimal API permissions using the information from API Center. I've got 3 access tokens, one with the read scope, one with the read-write scope, and one with both read and read-write scopes. Let's start with a simple get operation and a read scope. Dev Proxy intercepted the request and is now downloading information from API Center. Runs analysis and shows that we are indeed using minimal permissions. Now let's try a patch request. We intercepted the request, run the analysis, and again, the read-write scope is minimal for the operation. But now let's see what we get when we use a read-write scope for just reading customer information. Dev Proxy warns us that we're using excessive permissions and should use minimal permissions instead. The same goes when we call a get operation with a token that has read and read-write, where the read-write permission is unnecessary. Now let's have a look at intercepting multiple requests. We're using a token with a read-write scope. First, we are getting information about a customer, and then we are updating the information. For the combination of these operations, the read-write scope is minimal and Dev Proxy confirms it. For each analysis, we get a detailed report, which gives us additional information and which we can use in automation. We've just seen how combining API Center with Dev Proxy allows you to check if your app uses minimal permissions to connect to its APIs and get guidance to adjust it if necessary. This becomes even more powerful when combined with CI/CD scenarios where you can check this on each PR or periodically.